Time for the final one for heaven and one for hell of the season. We pick our best moments and biggest disappointments of the season. Well, we'll get the negatives out of the way first. Worst moment of the season, Stephen? Or biggest disappointment generally? I mean, I can start with mine.
Yeah, go on.
The performance of almost all of my Fantasy 5 players. Mark Allen's whole season. Martin O'Donnell didn't show up for me. It's been embarrassing. Mark Allen will be as disappointed as I am, but it's been, for me, a wretched season in terms of predictions. And my critics will say, you don't really know anything about snooker, you're just a guy presenting a podcast. And I have to do better next season.
I think my disappointing. I think the absence of Ronnie O'Sullivan. I think.
Yeah.
Probably is my disappointing season. He didn't play since the UK Championship. I know he played in the Championship League, but that's not. I don't count that as really. People shout at the TV. I don't count that as a proper tournament. But yeah, the UK Championship was the last time we've seen him. He didn't play at the Masters. Yeah. Didn't play in any of the Player Series, and then consequently didn't play well here. So. Yeah, I think that's my downside.
Not
to
quite
the season.
the same.
It's not. Tournaments are not the same without him. Still,
It's true. Tim?
Yeah, my hell and heaven are both from the same match. So my hell is the first session of the final, where you just want Williams to come roaring out of the blocks, and it is just kind of a crushing, just frame by frame, just thinking, oh, this is not. It's not happening for him, and it's sort of 4-1 and. Snooker's like such a mad sport with the scoring where if it's 3-1, it will either go to 3-2 or 4-1. It just they're so different.
that's real in-depth stuff.
Yeah, but
if it's 3-1, it either goes 4-1 or 3-2. That's really
you might
to think of that.
No, I actually think that is quite. I actually think that is quite true, and I agree with what I've said.
Yeah, and I agree with it as well.
Watching football, it's like 1-0, and then someone else scores. But in snooker, there's got to be a score in one direction, so there's going to be a difference of 2. I do honestly believe that.
I've not thought that deeply about the scoreline.
No,
what did you ever do in the game?
Maybe it is time that you started to think about it, Stephen, as a pundit and as a snooker lover.
You could have made something yourself.
I enjoy this. I love to see people getting ruined, basically.
Do you? But not Mark.
I love it.
But yeah, when he's 3-1 down, you just think if he can win the last 4 of this session, and then he loses the last 4 and it's 7-1, it's just absolutely brutal. It's horrible.
But then your best is
my heaven would be the last 4 frames of the
Williams' last 4 frames.
I wasn't in there, but the atmosphere must have been incredible.
It was fantastic.
You'd have loved it, mate. It's great down the Crucible, yeah.
It really started to bubble up nicely, and I don't think anyone in there is thinking this is on, but they're thinking if this goes deeper.
How long can we?
And you want it to go to the mid-session interval, and it gets there, and I'm sort of sat there just watching Adrian Charles, and it's sort of perfect, really.
It's hard to leave Charles out of it.
Well, in your heaven it is.
The atmosphere was amazing for sure, and the more people, and again, a different player than Zhao might have started to get properly psyched out because you couldn't. Even though the crowd were very appreciative of him, there was no mistaking that people wanted to see Williams go as long as he could, and people were yelling at almost every part. But again. I think if we got my highlight is Zhao Xingtong winning. It has to be. I mean, there has been highlights to see. As I said before, Kyron winning 4 tournaments as a world champion. I thought was incredible. Didn't see that happening, but I think he's gone leagues above as a player. But yeah, Xingtong winning this has just been phenomenal.
I'd also say Vefai's release of energy in the first round.
Yeah. Oh, the yelling, yeah.
Yeah, that was the first decent release since Epperton.
Yeah, we don't see enough shouting on game ball these days.
Yeah.
Mark, your heaven?
All I've done is complain so far.
It's quite negative.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I'm getting to you. I'm rubbing off on you.
Finally, after 2 series of this, you're starting to influence me. Yeah. Well, I think obviously, as Tim said, that witnessing that crazy little mini session of Williams's was something, but I think probably the Williams-Higgins quarterfinal was the best match that I've seen all season.
You kind of knew it was going to be 13-12.
It was always going to be 13-12, and obviously it was. I mean, Higgins was dead and buried. To see that come back and then to go all the way to a missed blue, there's nothing quite like a final frame like that. So I think even though but it's been a season of quite a lot of highlights.
Murphy at the Masters. Murphy was fantastic at the Masters.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Maximums.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of we've seen a lot of
Yeah.
amazing stuff. And yeah, a lot of the stuff Trump has played all season has been a highlight as well. So yeah, I mean, cracking season actually, and we end with a first time world champion. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're now going into next season with a new world champion, and not just that, but sort of it feels a bit of a power shift maybe. I mean, he's going to be the guy everyone's looking at.
Yeah, and we keep on wondering how long can the class of '92 keep going. I mean, you know, say Ronnie didn't play well this week. Mark played incredibly well. Coming off the back of 2 poor performances at the Players Series, where he just basically said to me, "I think this is the end, Stephen." You know what I mean? He couldn't see. So it's all of a sudden now to get to the final.
Yeah, good run for someone that couldn't
John
see the
Higgins back to
table.
form, but I mean, how long can they? It's incredible. Can
Well,
they go
yeah.
out to 51, 52, 53?
Well, the bottom line is, with all 3 of them, 3 of the 8 quarterfinalists are still those guys.
Yeah.
So I mean, who knows?
Who's going to come up and get rid of these old
There's some
men?
decent Chinese players coming through.
Yeah, I hear that as well. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll find out. At least nice to have a new name to be talking about amongst these
I
ancient
honestly
men.
can't wait for next season just to see how he does, because if he blows like a cyclone, that's his name, through the season and wins 4 or 5 tournaments.
Yeah.
As
He
I
doesn't
say,
blow like a cyclone when you meet him, does he? He's very nice.
Yeah.
No, well, Rishi said he's more like a Caribbean breeze.
Yeah,
when
he's
on
lovely.
the
Yeah.
river, like,
He's a decent gust.
He's a gust, yeah. But you can see Rob Walker struggling to sell the gust.
Walker could sell the gust.
To be fair.
I'd love to see him come and really win and really put it to the likes of Judd and the regular
Well,
this season, Kyron.
It's going to be interesting to see.